Gurudev, Shubha from Amsterdam asked on Instagram, what is success according to you? When can one say that they have succeeded in life?
Listen, success is not an ultimate something one day you achieve. Success is woven throughout the life, isn't it? For me, every day you spend happily is a successful day. You see what I am saying? The days you have an undying smile on your face, you can declare is a successful day. The day when you had full confidence, total confidence, and you are not scared of anything, then you are successful.
Poonam has asked on Instagram, I work hard but still do not get success. Some people who started with me are way ahead. I'm not jealous but worried about myself. Please help.
Listen, worry simply means you are not aware of your potential. You are so much more than the challenges you face. You simply have to remember this. I am much bigger, much more powerful than the challenges that I am facing. With this one aphorism in your mind, you can just move through and you will feel so strong and you will definitely find success.
Sneha has asked, success seems to be a combination of luck and hard work. What percentage in success is because of luck and how can I improve it?
Well, luck is a gift. It's not something what you earn, right? But yet, there's something that you can do that can bring more luck to your life. That is, serve people with a clean heart. Meditation also improves your luck. You can see, you meditate for, take a vow to meditate for X number of days and then see, your energy becomes so positive, and the positive energy definitely attracts more luck.
Bharat has asked, is there any shortcut for success?
Shortcut to success will cut short your success too. Remember that. You have seen people who want to become rich very quickly have come down crashing. Have you noticed that? History is full of such events where you want to make quick money and then you made, but then you came down that fast as well. Better to be steady and rise up gradually.
Usha, Shri and Rashmi have asked, what kind of education will ensure that my children are successful when they grow up? What do I need to do as a parent to ensure this?
Human values, infuse them with human values. Infuse them with the character, rather nurture the beautiful characters they have inherited, Every child comes to this planet with very good character. Somewhere we just slip out of it because lack of proper molding, lack of proper education. Yeah, this is necessary. Character.
Udisha from the University of Cambridge and many other college students from across the globe have asked, how do I decide what career is right for me? I feel uncertain about the future.
Listen, first when you are a student, this is the time for you to be multi-talented. Suppose you choose a career, say you choose to be an engineer or a businessman. By the time you grow up, the character of the careers changes, value for the careers change. Once upon a time, doctors were very flourishing career. People chose it, but then down the line, many doctors are there today who are unemployed as well. So, you must believe in the multi-talented aspect of you, and then be ready to do anything. So, you should have many feathers to your cap. If one career is not working out, you should be able to do something else. Confidence is the secret of your career. If you have the confidence, you can be successful in any career you choose, and get that confidence by meditation.
Kirta Patel from our SSRVM Art Living School in Mumbai is asking, if there is a difference in opinion between parents and us about career paths, what do we do? Should we fulfill our dreams or their dreams?
See, if your parents' dream are not too inconvenient for you, you may choose it. But if you find it is completely unacceptable to you, that is what your parents think you cannot do it at all, then do what you find it better. Usually you want to choose the easiest, right? That's the tendency. But what parents are saying is asking for a little more hard work from you. If you are shying away from hard work, I tell you, you won't be successful in anything you take, because you will be like a rolling stone. But if it is just your taste, or if it is just a matter of not having inclination, energy, aptitude for it, then you choose what you really want.
Harsh has asked along those lines, what made you choose this career path and how did you convince your parents and family?
Well, that's a big story, and it's a very interesting story, and I'll tell you sometime all that. Yeah.
S-
Actually, I didn't choose to become a guru. I'm a guru by accident. It just happened, right? Yeah. But I thought, suppose if I'm not a guru, what I would do? I can do many things. I can be a very good cook. I can be a good caretaker. I can be an artist. I can play. I can do many things. So, we must always have many options as we grow up. Then you will not worry about your career, Career is to earn money, earn a status in society, right? That's all it is, isn't it? What do you want career for? Or serve the society, or you want to make a living out of it. But then you can have many options. You do have many options, but are you willing to take any of those options? This is where we have to be flexible. Multi-talented engagement is the word. You should have many talents, and you should you understand what I mean. Groom yourself in dexterous talents.
Belisa from Portugal has asked, I made my passion my paycheck and now the check keeps bouncing. What should one choose? One's favorite profession or a well-paying job?
If finance is a big concern, better choose well-paying job. Your passion, you can anyway do it. You can do it in your free time. Yeah.
Megha from Dallas has asked, I have achieved vairagya from corporate life. I don't work for ratings or accolades. My bosses don't seem to appreciate my vairagya. How can I balance spiritual growth and a career?
Vairagya is not disinterestedness. My dear, dispassion is not being disinterested. It is just non-attachment to the outcome of our actions. In this sense, you will have lot of enthusiasm. If you are on the spiritual path, even if you are spending say 20 minutes, half an hour every day in your spiritual knowledge or meditation or listening to wisdom, you will never fall short of enthusiasm. And even the most insignificant work you do, even there you will find yourself bubbling with enthusiasm. That's the secret of the wisdom of meditation.
Lakshmi from the University of Maryland has asked, how can a woman define success? If I take a break from my career to start a family, it slows my career. If I focus on my career, I lose out on my family. How do I balance both and define success?
First of all, you must believe you can do both. Well, come on, look around. There are so many women who have managed their family very well and have a very towering career too. You must just believe that you can achieve both. If you think either this or that, then you have weakened yourself. You are in a dilemma. You think it is not possible. You must believe it is possible for you to do not just one thing but 100 things. Actually, when you believe this, you manifest that happening in your life.
Drupal Amin from Johannesburg, South Africa is asking, I've been working in the gambling industry for the past 15 years. I see the negative effects of gambling on people. Is it wrong for me to be in this industry? Is it impacting my spiritual growth? Should I leave?
Well, if your consciousness is pricking that I am not in a right industry, there is so many other industries you can pick up. It all depends on your mindset. If your mind is engrossed in it, or it is detached with it, will tell the whole story. If you are totally detached and you are just doing it as your job and you are not steeped into this, then it doesn't matter. Yeah? But if your consciousness is pricking, you say, no, I should have a better job. I have plenty of other jobs available. You can become an entrepreneur, you can become a salesperson. Name it. There are so many avenues and opportunities. You should go for it.
Daniel from the University of California at Berkeley is asking, Elon Musk and Steve Jobs have built billion-dollar companies with a more dictatorial form of leadership. CEOs are expected to be ruthless to succeed. What is more effective, ruling through love or ruling through fear in the corporate world?
A bit of both, because they are not just one type of people. In any corporate setup, there are people who respond to the fear yardstick. They work on that. If there is deadlines, they perform better. And there are many others who work with passion, with love and respect and sense of responsibility. So, in any corporate sector, you cannot say you have to do it only in one way. You have to adopt multiple ways, because people are diverse. Our minds are different, our nature is different, and you need all of them, right? So, here that is why in India we say Sam, Dan, Ved, and there are 4 ways to handle any situation, in which sometimes you take a stick, sometimes you are cajoling and convincing, sometimes you convince, sometimes you praise a person to do the job with love, with compassion, and with underneath all this must be human values. Even if you are taking a stick with boss, or you are bossing over a situation, it is the last thing you should do. You may do it because only that can bring discipline or progress in a situation, then it is okay. But if you keep doing it on a daily basis, people will get fed up, they will run away. So, you need both carrot and a stick.
Jim Awofeju from DePaul University in the US is asking, I often think if I get good results, then I gave my 100%. And if I didn't get good results, then I didn't give 100%. How do I know that I've given my best without focusing on results?
Listen to your own conscience. Your mind will say, oh, I have not given my 100%. And sometimes you will say, no, I gave my 100%, and you know, then you accept whatever is the result. Yeah. But best to keep moving ahead, not sit back and or keep looking back all the time. You learn and you move. Because time is running very fast. You see, there is no much time for you to sit and brood over, right?
Irfan Khan from NIT Srinagar in Kashmir is asking, the situation in Kashmir is not good for finding a job. I'm torn between leaving Kashmir for a better job and staying back and doing something good to make Kashmir better. What can I do?
Listen, if you get a good job elsewhere for a short period of time, you can now always go. But then you can always come back to your passion. Your passion is to work for Kashmir and to uplift the people of Kashmir. And today you will find in the future there is so many more opportunities will come up. Even today you look around in Kashmir also you will get great opportunities. I think you should follow your passion of working and uplifting people of your native place. Yeah.
Rupali and many other people have asked, a lot of us have lost jobs. I had a job for 25 years. I lost it due to COVID. Now I feel helpless and depressed. What can we do to come out of this?
Keep looking around, you will get some job. Always think of other ways in which you can sustain your life. For all this you need to believe you can do it. You will come out of the crisis, and meditation, breathing, knowledge, wisdom, all this will give you that inner strength that you need at this time, and it also will invoke the intuitive ability inside of you. Yeah.
Barbara Ross from LA has asked, it is said that one's true calling is their dharma. What is the link between our dharma and our career? And is it possible for my dharma to be a job I don't enjoy?
You see, even some job when they appear to be enjoyable in the beginning, down the line you will stop enjoying. It's like, you like apple pie and you keep eating apple pie on a daily basis. Less than a month's time you will stop liking it. In fact, you will start hating apple pie. So, don't try to find joy in the job. Your job must be an expression of joy. And joy you find within yourself. Joy is where you find in art, music, meditation, yoga. All this will bring you joy. Service will give you joy. If you help others, that will give you joy. But on a career level, you must see which is best for you, which pays you well, and where you need to go, you must do that. That's your dharma.
Sandhya has asked, how to not be jealous of others' success, especially when you know them closely?
Just look up and see on this planet, so many people have been there. Cleopatra has been here. Alexander the Great have been here. There has been so many such great men and women have walked on this path, and they've all, the ultimate place for them all is their grave. So even the person on whom you are jealous, they are not going to be here permanently. One day they will also hit the mud, right? They will merge in the soil. So know this, everything in this life is temporary. Everything is ephemerent here. So even your life, you are not going to be here forever. You are in a transit launch, my dear. Do you get jealous in the transit launch because someone is sitting in a comfortable chair, or you don't get a chair, you have to stand in the airport? No, you don't mind, because you know it's a matter of few minutes and then you will get your seat in the plane, right? In the same way, life, when seen from a bigger perspective, bigger picture, will free you of all this jealousy, hatred, anger, all these negative emotions uh, which become so difficult for a civilized human being to bear, will simply disappear. That is why this knowledge, this wisdom is very essential in life. Huh?
How to handle an incompetent boss?
You don't have to handle your incompetent boss. Thank him, because he is beckoning the skills from within you. You know, if a boss is very good, you don't have to be too skilled. Now he is invoking all those skills from within you into action.
How to handle lazy teammates?
You know, there are three things that can make a lazy person swing into action. Poke their ego, number one. That will bring up the anger in them. Then the challenge can make them active. Second is love. Love can draw them into activity. Third thing is fear. Tell them, if you don't go with the team, you will be out of the team. You know, that fear can also make them act.
Thank you, Gurudev, for those wonderful answers. We will have another live AGA with Gurudev next Thursday. Tune in for the topics where you can vote and choose the topic of your choice. Thank you.